Welcome to a brand new episode of the Post Game. I'm your host, Davion, and I'm joined by Matt,
What up?
Oronde,
What's poppin'?
Omega in space,
Welcome.
and my boy Freddie.
You're
How we
Oh
doing, y'all? We doing
god.
good?
We're doing all
good.
right. I'm
We
fucking
got
tired.
some late night recordings here, so everybody's feeling a little frosty. So just stay with us. Stay with us. A couple more to go. But yeah, so today we are continuing talking about the NFL wild card round. Today we're going to talk about the Rams versus the Lions. Lions fans, let us know how you guys feel. Let us know what you liked about the season for the Rams. You exceeded expectations. You found some new hidden gems in your offense as well. And for the Lions, you first playoff win in 30 years. And as you look to get another one this week. All right. Lions win 24-23, had a great first half. Their defense definitely showed up in the second half. What do you guys take from this game?
The
They can
Lions
get it
are
done.
still real and they can do it, like I had said earlier in the year. Um, but I was also surprised by the Rams keeping it close. All of their draft picks and stuff paid off for them, but it just wasn't enough. Beat by their former man.
Jared Goff, man.
Both of the team's secondaries are trash. You say that.
I 100% agree. That first half was a joke from their secondaries. I mean, part of that was because we've seen two snipers at the quarterback positions just dealing
Oh,
dash.
Stafford might have lost, but that boy was slinging that ball.
Yeah.
Honestly, I want to say one thing before I let y'all continue. The NBA, the NFL is an absolute joke when it comes to NFL for concussion protocol.
Oh
Cedric
yeah,
was knocked out. That's an absolute joke
he,
for
he,
them.
he definitely was.
He was out. He was definitely out. When he smacked his head after getting sacked, you know what I'm talking about? He was out.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, he was
For
he was
him to
definitely
continue to
out.
play that game is a joke, in my opinion, and I don't think that should have flat whatsoever. But anyway, back y'all go back to the other thing. So yeah, the Lions win this game. Does this come as a did you who was surprised by this? Freddie, you said you're boycotting this game. Why? What's your feeling towards it?
Man, I lost some money off of picking the Lions to win the game, or the Rams to win.
Should have called me out.
But
One.
I will say like I am happy for the Lions. Like nobody. I feel like nobody's mad that they won, unless you're a Rams fan, obviously. But like it's just the Lions. Like this is just the wow. Like no one thought they would get like a couple years ago. You couldn't have told me that the Lions won a playoff game.
Absolutely.
Uh, like they look legit. Hopefully they can keep it up. If they keep playing, like they're first, the only thing that's gonna hold them back, I feel like, is their secondary. That's what's gonna hold them back from winning the big games if they can't stop nobody on defense from the secondary. But like their front seven looks pretty good. They have Aiden Hutchinson. I think he had like 2 sacks last game. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they have one of
The
their O line is amazing. Like they can pass block, run block, like they can do whatever they want to on offense. So the sky's the limit for them.
what I want to say about the Lions is that what they lack in defense, they make up for in the ability to throw the ball.
Right.
Throw and
That's
run the
true.
ball.
Yep.
Throw
That's
and
true.
run the ball. And they didn't even have to do a whole lot of running
Yeah.
and still win a game. Like LA outgained um LA outgained the Lions by like 100, like close to like 90 yards, and still wasn't enough. They
Right.
also time of possession was even by, I mean, plus or minus 10 seconds. And that says a lot. So
Right.
I am, yeah, like I said, they make up for what they lack in defense, they make it for with offensive prowess. If they need to get into a shootout, they can handle it, which they probably will need to.
Right.
Hey, that Lions DB got away with a PI too on that Rams last possession, in my opinion.
Oh no, for sure. The refs were pretty inconsistent.
Lenient with that one. Yeah. I just wanted to pull up the stats for the Lions offense. Jared Goff, first of all, started 10 for 10, On the game, finished 22 for 27 for 277 and threw one TD. Amon-Ra had 7 catches for 110 yards. Both Montgomery and Gibbs scored. Both had about the same yardages. Like Oronde was saying, like their offense is so good that honestly, it doesn't really matter how good their defense is either. And I kind of wanted to go back to this. Just in general, do y'all think that the NFL is shifting to where you can win with an overpowered offense compared to like a number one defense?
Oh,
Yes.
hold on, wait. Did we not see the Kansas City Chiefs over the past 3 years? I mean,
Just saying.
True.
But I'm
started.
saying we're starting to see that shift where offenses, if you have a better offense, you're going to be more successful.
Absolutely.
It's what it really started with was when my Patriots lost to the Eagles. Nick Foles going for 400 yards. That defense was trash.
Yeah, and when you look at it, and I think when you look at the Lions, like the Lions do something that the Dolphins don't do, that the Bills don't do, and that is scheming and moving the ball around. Like you have a number one receiver in Amon-Ra St. Brown, but they don't use him as a number one. Like in the first half, like he got the ball, but in the first 3-4 drives, he wasn't a ghost on the field, but he was very passive, and they were hitting their number 2 and their third option and running the ball with Gibbs as well. And the thing is, when you look at that, when they got to the third, fourth quarter, when they needed big plays, who they go to back to back to back? St. Brown. And it's like that is you keep that in your bag for whenever you need it the most, and that's what it did, Matt.
Also, in that final drive, when the Rams ran out of timeouts, it was 2nd and 9, and Dan Campbell decides to call up a pass play to Amon-Ra that gets 11 yards to ultimately win them the game. Which one is just ballsy for Dan Campbell? I congrats him for that. But like you were saying, like they just fed the hot hand at that point, and like it pays off. And
this is all without Sam Laporta.
Yeah.
Basically,
Sam Laporta
was playing though. But he scored.
He scored one, but he didn't do much outside of his one tutty.
Yeah.
Right.
But I know I completely agree with you guys about the Lions. They can spread the ball out really well, but I feel like their only opponent in the NFC that that will really give them trouble is the 49ers, because the 49ers, if they have a similar approach, but they have bigger stars that they give the ball to, if that makes sense.
So that's really perfect. I mean, I completely agree. Yes.
Like, and then on top of that, they have a really good defense.
As I mentioned earlier, that Niners plug and play offense, incredible star power, but it's still human.
Oh yeah.
Whereas the Lions, I don't know why they play like absolute lights out at random times, and it just happens to work.
Dan Campbell.
They also play really bad at times too. They're also showed that they're human as well sometimes.
You know, they got blown out by the Ravens this season.
Whooped on by the Ravens.
Yeah.
I lost money that game.
So
I lost $50 again.
Any final thoughts when it comes
should we talk about the Rams? I feel like we didn't talk about them at all.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about the Rams.
We started with the Rams, but
yeah, I would say this about Sean McVay though. For what the hand that he was dealt this season, he exceeded my expectations. I truly thought they were going to be a bad team. I didn't think they were going to come anywhere close to the playoffs, let alone a 10-7 record. And I would say that I'm very much so impressed. What he did, he found gems. I mean, he's looking like a young Sean Payton out there, in my opinion. Just saying.
Right.
And that's high praise.
Don't disrespect Sean McVay, man.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm just messing with you.
The only thing I will say is he did have some questionable calls towards the end that kind of screwed him. Like he only had one timeout going into the fourth quarter, which was kind of weird. Or sorry.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You only had one once before.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. But like it was just like certain things like that, just timeouts he just didn't have. And um, like going into half, for example, they were down 4 and they had like plenty of time to go score or take points and they just ran the clock out, which was kind of weird. But um, no, I mean, I think they did great for making that comeback. Puka Nakua is the real deal.
Oh man,
181 in a TD off
a
of 9
rookie record.
catches is ridiculous. The only
Rookie
thing
record.
that
He's
worries
my
me
great.
is the health of Stafford and then Aaron Donald. It's just old age. How much longer do they got?
The
I think
Rams
Um,
mortgaged off their future for their ring. Their Super Bowl window came and went,
right.
and they're still hanging on to their ledge.
absolutely.
So
I think it's time for them to start looking
I
for new
have no problem with them like rebuilding, probably doing another quick rebuild because their front office is phenomenal and the owner is actually doing owner things. Getting their team to get a ring when they really needed it to, especially with their brand new stadium and all this hype going into it.
I wish the Panthers would have traded him to LA for them 2 first rounders. Brian Burns. I didn't even say the name.
We should have done that trade.
Well, sucks to suck. Any final thoughts when it comes to the Lions or the Rams?
Matthew Stafford's a Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
Oh,
I can agree.
Um,
I
in the
like
motor we trust, baby.
I don't hate Matthew Stafford being a Hall of Famer. Not first ballot by any means.
second ballot probably.
fourth.
But at least he got his ring. Also, and I mean, always had the production from year to year.
Yeah, no, he's a dog. Definitely very, very impressed.
He's very good at getting wide receivers records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro gets a target
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, this is the one. This is the
I'll
one
play
right
with
here.
you.
Yeah.
But appreciate y'all for joining. Let us know how you feel about those comments. Omega, Freddie, Matt, Oronde, appreciate y'all for joining. I've been your host, Davion. This has been the post game. Peace.